Bruce's big call Dinar Intel Tuesday night October 29, 24. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Transcribed by Wiser, now emailed to recaps. Welcome everybody to the big call tonight. It's Tuesday, October 29th and you're listening to the big call. Thanks everybody once again for joining us tonight wherever you're located all around the globe. You could be anywhere, because our call gets out to an average of over 18 or 18.5 million listeners every Tuesday and Thursday night. And we're pleased to have the satellite team that gets the call transmitted over the Starlink satellite system with permission of the United States Space Force. So thank you for that, and thank you everybody that's tuned in through free conference call, and those of you. And you know who you are, to listen to the big call on the replay, either through the replay link or using the replay number to dial in. So we're pleased that you're listening however you're getting us and that we can get it out. And I have a lot of important things to share tonight, and I know Sue does, and Bob does as well. So let's do this. Let's pray the call in like we do every Tuesday and Thursday night, and we'll take it from there. So let's see where we are Intel-wise. I'm really excited about this Intel segment, so I'm gonna try the best I can to remember it all and to get it out to everybody. Okay, first of all, let's talk about what I've heard from one of our best sources out of Iraq. Alright, let's go back. Now, remember, you guys, the Forex has all the currencies that are more or less, more tradable, currencies that are being exchanged being traded on, and it is up all week long. And goes down at 5 o'clock on Friday so that they can settle trades that have taken place all week. And then it comes back up 48 hours later, at 5 o'clock on Sunday evening. And we see that and we'd talk about the fact that during that time is when new currencies or changes in the rates would come up at 5 o'clock, or later, on Sunday. Now we know the Forex can show currencies on any day, any given Sunday, so to speak, anytime other have to be on Sunday at 5, but we know that Iraq's first business day of the week is Sunday. And we know that they had a new tradable dinar that came up on Sunday at 5, and that currency since last Sunday was being traded and used for purchases in 6 countries in the Middle East since Sunday. So I don't know exactly what the dinar rate is for trading purposes. But you guys might remember years ago, they talked about the Iraqi dinar would be a regional currencies. And there are other currencies that are going to be used regionally, and the dinar was going to be the one that was going to be used in the Middle East, that is, and it will be, at least, for some period of time. I don't know for how long, really, don't I, because realize this. Every country is sovereign now, and there are no more central banks around the globe that are being referred to as sovereign banks. Like the CBI Central Bank of Iraq is now the Sovereign Bank of Iraq. So that's a very positive thing. There's a gentleman named Alec A.K., and he was the head of the CBI, which is now the SBI, the Sovereign Bank of Iraq. Okay, so that's a nice, positive move. Well, a lock, and we believe this is what we believe has happened, Alec, and let's see who the president of Kurdistan, which is and I can't think of his name, is the Prime Minister of Iraq, which is Sadani and Barzani. Thank you, Lord. Barzani is the president of Kurdistan. Kurdistan is a province, but it has its own regional government called the KRG Kurdistan Regional Government. So at least these gentlemen, if not more, were on a call with 4X, mentioned on live call. Who hold these people on a call today? He was suggesting it is time for the healing to begin. Time for healing to begin. And he was suggesting in that call that we would start the RV Wednesday, the 30th of October, which is tomorrow. Now that's what we've heard from very strong sources in Iraq that have spoken to people who were aware of this call that took place. And we know that some of these people were here a few weeks ago, pretty much had gone over everything that they needed to talk about. And we know that some are on their way here now and may already be here, and we just have that information. I won't get deeply into it, but that is really positive for us. So Iraq, we've always said, was the linchpin to this whole thing going, and that we were sort of dependent upon them getting things done. The good news is, since Sunday, this past Sunday, the government of Iraq has paid using the newly revalued dinar back salaries. Back pay. We think contractors as well as retirees at the new dinar rate, and they have that in their debit cards that they could see and go into and spend. And obviously, if it's in the United States, which we know some people that are Iraqi Americans, they get the amount and it's converted into dollars. When is our USN supposed to show up? We know that our new USN currency, which I call folding money, that goes into wallet money clips versus that is at redemption centers. And has been for a couple of years now, our new money which has nothing about the Federal Reserve on it. It's a US Treasury note, USTN, okay. That is in the redemption centers waiting for us to go and get some new cash if we want it. The new cash money. So it's there. It's in place. So whenever it is that we're to start exchanges and redemption of ZIM, that's where that new money would be available to us. The banks should be about the same time. The banks will have it about the same time that we only for our exchanges. In fact, are all right, let me get this right now. When we go for our exchanges, we're supposed to have the notification of what it's called right now, the system. The system that's supposed to get the messages out, the emergency broadcast system, thank you, EBS, EWS, EWS, EBS. Early broadcast system, EAS, emergency alert system, which is on our phones, and EWS, the emergency wireless system. So those three are going to be connected and used to get out information that will essentially give us cover for when we go in for our exchanges. It should be happening. What I've heard today was it should be simultaneous with the start of our appointments and redemption. It should be at the same time. So we'll look forward to that happening. Now, the other thing that we have heard is regarding emails. One of the people that is a contact for us that works in a redemption center had a 12-hour day today. He was waiting on an email to arrive at 8 o'clock tonight. That would have been an hour before the big call started. And he received that email and had to forward it to 3 other redemption centers in his area. I'm sure this happened all over the United States. This was not a one-off. This was something that would have happened all over the country, and maybe in Canada as well. We don't have that confirmed, but I can believe that it probably did go that way. So what's interesting about it was the email was to contain information about tomorrow, around 11 o'clock in the morning. And I don't know if that means a start for us, if that's when 800 numbers are to go out, but I think it's highly possible that we do get started in some form or fashion tomorrow. I believe that was the plan, to go into effect now, and that's what the call was with Iraq, and I believe that decision was set for us to get started tomorrow. And so I'm looking forward to that happening now. Does it mean we get numbers? And I said numbers and set appointments? Do we get numbers, set appointments and start exchanges? I think it's most likely that we would set appointments for Thursday. I'd say Charlie Ward's Thursday, but that's what it would be Thursday, if we get numbers tomorrow. As indicated, and that we set our appointments tomorrow and go quite possibly starting Thursday, and we'll go right through at least the first 15 or 18 days of November. Now it's interesting, as XXX said that the healing needs to begin now or tomorrow, essentially, is what was said. The healing needs to start tomorrow, and we know that's going to provide healing in terms of the funds coming in to heal our land. And heal each other, everything that we have projects to do all of that. So I'm excited about that possibility. I'm very excited that this is it, that this will happen. It's not absolute. I hate to say what kids used to say with kids saying same, 100% 2 words, 2 things that they say, same and 100%. I find myself saying that occasionally. So it's not just, but what I find interesting is this is what we've been waiting for, and what I was alluding to earlier was I believe this is the time. This same yes, to our dreams, our plans, to our projects, to our future. And I am excited about it as usual, and as you should be as well. Then there's an expression I'm not a fan of, just wait and see, or let's see what happens. All of that we know, we've heard that forever. And I'm gonna have to say we're gonna have to see what happens tomorrow to find out. I don't know that there's any reason to go into too much with anything regarding redemption centers. We know that rates on the redemption center screen are populating. And that means they're going up, and we know that we have fixed rates on the bank screens. The redemption center screens are what we're going to work off of, and it's going to be, I think the rates themselves will be so good, it'll blow us away, especially the contract rate on the Iraqi dinar. They should offer that to us, not at the banks, but only at the redemption centers. Okay, just so you know the difference. So I hope everyone is prepared for this event. Thank you Jeannie, GCK and everyone in Big Call Universe that has been listening to the Big Call for 13 years. Thank you for the satellite team or SAT in my column that has been getting the call out, and doing such a beautiful job to get the call out to everyone, all over the globe, by picking my system. That's been a very beautiful and wonderful thing. So I am going to find my phone and getting the recording then or so, and we'll do that as soon as I can find it. I did this the other day. Alright, what else do I want to say? It's been wonderful to have the opportunity to share with you guys all this time. I really think it's special that we've had the opportunity to do this call to have a platform to get the word out. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate that, and I'm just gonna turn the recording off. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.